The last patient didn't scream when he died. That was the strangest part. I was standing at the end of the hallway, clipboard in my trembling hands, watching his heart monitor flatline through the glass window of room 309. No alarms rang. No nurses rushed in. The machine simply went silent, as if the hospital itself had decided to hold its breath. Then the man opened his eyes. Not wide, not suddenly, just enough to look directly at me. And he smiled. That was the moment I realized St. Maro Hospital was never meant to be closed. 1. The hospital that wouldn't die. St. Maro Hospital had been abandoned for nearly 10 years. Officially, it was shut down due to structural issues. Unofficially, everyone in the city knew the truth. Too many patients died here. Too many staff disappeared. Too many screams echoed through the halls long after midnight. I didn't believe in ghosts. Not really. I believed in bills, student loans, and desperation, which is why I accepted the job. The government had hired me as a night archivist. My task was simple: catalog old patient records before the building was demolished. No patients, no doctors, just paper and silence. Or so I was told. The first night, I noticed the smell. Not dust, not mold, antiseptic, fresh, sharp, alive, and somewhere deep inside the hospital, a call bell rang. 2. Room 309. I tried to ignore it. Old buildings make noises. Pipes groan. Walls settle. But the call bell rang again. Ding, ding, ding. It came from the 3rd floor. Every instinct told me not to go. The elevators were dead, so I climbed the stairs, my flashlight trembling with every step. The 3rd floor was colder than the rest of the building. My breath fogged the air. The hallway lights flickered on by themselves as I walked, illuminating peeling wallpaper and rusted gurneys. That's when I saw the door. Room 309 occupied. The sign was freshly polished. My heart pounded. The hospital was supposed to be empty. The call bell rang again, from inside the room. I pushed the door open. 3. The last patient. The man lay on the bed, thin as a corpse, skin stretched tight over bone. His eyes were open, staring at the ceiling. A heart monitor beeped softly beside him. "Hello," I whispered. His head turned slowly toward me. "You're late," he said. His voice sounded wet. "Rotten. I think there's been a mistake," I stammered. "This hospital is closed." He smiled. "They say that every night." I noticed something wrong then. There were no IV lines connected to him. No oxygen mask. No medical staff. Yet the machine beside him showed a heartbeat. "What's your name?" I asked. He hesitated. "I don't remember," he said. "They took it." "Who?" "The doctors." The lights flickered violently. For a brief second, I saw shadows moving behind the walls, shapes pressing outward, as if trying to escape. The man grabbed my wrist. His skin was ice cold. "They're coming back," he whispered. "They always come back." 4. The doctors without faces. Footsteps echoed in the hallway. Slow, methodical. I turned toward the door, and froze. 3 figures stood outside. They wore surgical gowns stained dark with old blood. Their faces were covered by masks, but the masks were empty. No eyes. No mouths. Just smooth, stretched skin. One of them tilted its head. "Visiting hours are over," it said in a dozen overlapping voices. The patient screamed. The door slammed shut by itself. The heart monitor spiked wildly. The figures passed through the walls like smoke. I ran. I didn't stop until I reached the records room on the ground floor, slamming the door behind me, gasping for breath. I told myself it was stress, hallucinations, fear. Then I found the file. 5. The twist begins. Patient record, room 309. Status: deceased, cause of death, medical experimentation. Date of death: 10 years ago. I flipped through the pages, my hands shaking. The man had died during illegal overnight procedures conducted after the hospital was officially closed. Human trials, pain tolerance experiments, consciousness separation. The last note chilled my blood. Patient remains aware after death. Requests release. Denied. I felt sick. Then I noticed something worse. At the bottom of the file was a signature. Attending archivist. M. Daniel. My name. But I had never worked here before. Had I? 6. The truth in the mirrors. I rushed to the bathroom and splashed water on my face. The mirror flickered. For a moment, I saw someone else staring back at me, pale, hollow-eyed, wearing hospital scrubs instead of my jacket. Behind my reflection, a gurney rolled past on its own. I screamed. The mirror cracked. Suddenly, memories flooded my mind. Not mine. Or maybe they were. Late nights. Locked doors. Screaming patients. Signing forms without reading them. Telling myself it was just a job. I remembered room 309. I remembered him. And I remembered killing him. 7. The hospital awakens. The hospital came alive. Call bells rang from every floor. Doors slammed. Heart monitors screamed. The intercom crackled with distorted voices repeating my name. Archivist, archivist, archivist. The doctors emerged from the walls, surrounding me. You never finished your work, they said. The floor beneath me dissolved. I fell. 8. The endless shift. I woke up standing in the hallway of the 3rd floor. A clipboard rested in my hands. Room 309's light was on. The sign read occupied. A call bell rang. Ding, ding, ding. I tried to scream, but my mouth wouldn't open. My feet moved on their own, carrying me toward the door. Inside, the patient lay on the bed. Alive, terrified. He looked at me and whispered, "Please, don't let them take me." I smiled. Not because I wanted to. Because the hospital wouldn't let me do anything else. 9. Final revelation. St. Maro Hospital doesn't trap ghosts. It traps guilt. Every doctor, every nurse, every archivist who signed away a soul now works here forever, replaying the same night. Saving no one, leaving no one. And somewhere deep in the building, the last patient keeps dying. Over, and over, and over again. And tonight, if you hear a call bell ringing in an abandoned place, it might be your shift starting.